is an absolutely enchanting scene. It's a view of the Damascus Gate to the Old City in Jerusalem, in East Jerusalem, that was shot from the place where we arrived and stayed for a few days, called Schmidt's Girls' School in East Jerusalem. A beautiful old building. This is the fact of daily life in the West Bank. This is a checkpoint. This is what they look like. And this is the only viable mode of communication through much of the West Bank, because the taxi cabs have permits to travel on roads that Palestinians are forbidden to travel on. This is a photo taken in Bethlehem, looking down from downtown Bethlehem onto a settlement called Har Homa, which is up here. This is all the settlement. It is slowly encroaching onto downtown Bethlehem. And here in front of it are what used to be ancient olive groves that Har Homa has destroyed. And I was recently showing this slide in a suburb, and someone piped up from the audience that he had just been to that spot 10 years earlier, and none of it had existed at the time he was there. This is the same location in downtown Bethlehem, which is squarely within the West Bank. And you see here the wall in the distance. And you notice it is a very serpentine affair. Here it is. Coming down there. The wall goes right through the city of Bethlehem. Right through it. Here's a close-up of that, with a settler-only road adjoining the wall. Here is a close-up of some of those terraced little fields that used to be the olive groves, because and you'll see these throughout the West Bank, which is very hilly. The terracing, of course, is to preserve the soil and water for the trees. All the trees are gone. 2 million trees have been uprooted in the course of the occupation, including 1 million from the construction of the wall. These are a form of protest on the streets of Bethlehem. Those were olive trees. They look like corpses chained to the wall. This is an exterior wall at the wealthiest of the refugee camps in the West Bank, called Dheisheh. And we spent a couple of days in Dheisheh. This is inside Dheisheh. And that's me with a couple of the children who we bumped into as we were walking the streets of Dheisheh. And I show this photograph because that little girl standing next to me could be my grandchild. And just illustrates for me in a very personal way how closely the two peoples really are related in every way. Language, cuisine, historic background, and downright physical features. This is a major thoroughfare in the Dheisheh refugee camp. This is the universal symbol of the Palestinian resistance, Handala. You see his picture. This is a home in Dheisheh, and you'll see the tanks on top of the roof. That is how water is stored. During the Second Intifada, the Israeli soldiers just shot holes in the water tanks. Stop it. Oops. This is another home in Dheisheh. And this is an illustration inside the refugee camp, ironically, it is the one place where it is legal to go up. And so this is how families are forced to expand inside the refugee camps where it is legal. There's just... This is a series of photographs taken at a community center at Dheisheh called Ibda, the Ibda Center. The walls were painted, and the entire stairwell was painted. It goes up about 4 floors. Each of the rocks and the names on the rocks symbolizes a destroyed Palestinian village, destroyed by the occupation and by the settlement of the State of Israel in 1948. I'm just going up the stairs photographing as I go. I'm going to read this, which is a poem that was written by a child who lived in Dheisheh. If I could change all the world, I'd dismantle all the bombs. I'd feed all the hungry, I'd shelter all the homeless. I'd make all people free. I can't dismantle all the bombs. I can't feed all the hungry. I can't shelter all the homeless. I can't make all the people free. I can't because there's only one of me. When I have grown and I am strong, I will find many more of me. We will dismantle all the bombs. We will feed the hungry. We will shelter all the homeless. We will make all the people free. Me and my friends together at last. And that was written by the 11-year-old Jojo, who, according to the history on the wall that was painted there, was killed in the city of San Francisco when he was 23. The irony. This was our host family, my roommate and I, in Dheisheh refugee camp at their home there, in their garden, where they raised figs, lemons, olives, limes, fish, goats, chickens. It's an